Hey, welcome back to video number 4 of the Edjinote tutorial series. This video is all about the teacher dashboard and what they see after they push out the lesson and the students engaged with that lesson. So as you can see, my lesson is right here. It's completed. There's the code if I ever needed to push that out again. Notice that there were 9 comments and there were 13 students. I used this for very small professional development to show some of the teachers within my district, Edjinotes. I instructed them to just comment on one thing or interact one time. So this isn't completely filled with the engagement that you would get in a typical lesson. I just wanted to preface that with that. So this is the dashboard. Notice that I changed up the instructions a little bit to be a little bit more thorough compared to what I put in video 3. I wanted them to read the lyrics, highlight any references to famous people or events that they recognize, and answer any of the questions that have been placed in the text. And I gave them a couple directions there. Notice on the left-hand side, we have students. So if we click on students, you could see each one of the students that signed up for it, and you could see how interactive they were. We also have vision. This is heat vision. So when students go to highlight within the text, so as you can see there, this was my student account that I signed up in. I highlighted this because I knew the answer. It was the day Buddy Holly died in February. So obviously Don McLean was very a big fan of Buddy Holly. But I put that in there and I highlighted it. Notice that it is kind of a yellowy orange color. So if other students would have commented on the same piece of information there, the shade of that highlight would get closer to red each time. They're saying that basically the heat vision is how interactive students were with that particular piece of content within the song here. So that is cool. You could obviously turn heat vision off if you think that's distracting. I think that really points out what the students think is important within the content. You have the feed. So if you just wanted to see what everyone was putting throughout all their comments put together, you can kind of just see the feed all laid out at once. These are the questions. So if we wanted to see each individual question and we wanted to see the answers to them, for example, what events contributed to the day the music died? Andy put Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper died in a plane crash, which was the case. And then we also have our recap. So in our recap, we could select students by name. So say I want to go to Andy. Andy's stats say that he spent 5 minutes reading this and he left 1 comment. So he left 1 text comment, so that was the interaction. And down here he said, nice pun, John Lennon, not Vladimir Lenin. So that was in there, and that was Andy's interaction. So that is pretty much the teacher interface. I'm just going to scroll down so you could kind of see what it looks like. If you wanted to, you could project this up onto the board when it's done, and you can go over it as a class. The students should be able to see pretty much everything that you want to go over on their individual device as well. But I think it's important to also revisit that as a class because you might be able to further elaborate on some of the highlights of this content. So this was basically what you would see on the back end on your teacher dashboard after you pushed out an assignment to your students. I hope that you see the usefulness of this tool. Edjinotes is amazing for sparking engagement. People get excited about it. The students get excited about it. I've seen it time and time again. So check out Edjinotes and feel free to reach out to me if you guys need any help implementing this into your classrooms.